The world fell in love with my story. But it was a lie.
The pride of East LA, the Golden Boy.
Oscar De La Hoya was the most popular fighter since Muhammad Ali.
You know, he was even more popular than that if you think about it. Oscar De La Hoya, just think of this, just the fact that you can have 11 world titles in 6 different weight classes, all the way up. What was the lightest weight?
130 pounds, junior lightweight.
And all the way up to middleweight,
I went up to 168.
Wow, I do that between meals. But good to see it. This documentary looks awesome. It's going to be on HBO Max, July 24th and 5th.
And 25th.
And it's pretty raw, what I've seen of it. And
it is.
It's actually a counter image to you.
It is.
Not all the pretty boy stuff we knew.
Sure, all the glitz and glamour, and I'm speaking the truth. All these years I found out that I was conditioned, you know, as an athlete, as a kid that grew up in East LA, winning the gold medal, being labeled as the golden boy.
1992.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
Your
pressure.
father kept pushing. You were the exit ramp off poverty, right?
I was.
So you carried that pressure
I was
for
the
family.
chosen one.
Yeah.
Since I can remember.
Yeah.
Family asking for anything from me, especially when I started winning money. I actually had to seclude myself from all my family, so I won't have to give my money away.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
we were talking about that during the break, right? Because that's what happens to a lot of the greats. We were chatting about the George Foreman movie that's out. He lost a lot of that money, put the trust in the wrong people. Mike Tyson lost close to, $1 billion in career earnings.
Oh, yeah.
How does that happen, Oscar? I mean, you avoided that.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy.
I think a lot of people take advantage of our kindness.
Yeah.
You know, we are fighters, and we're supposed to be tough. But deep down inside, we're good people. You know, we're nice people.
Yeah.
And we feel like if we owe the world everything, you know, for some strange reason. And I was able to, like I said, secluded myself from everything and everyone at one point. I wasn't talking to family for years.
Is that right?
For that reason, just to avoid me giving my money away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was able to.
You were into the life of being. You were like a rock star.
I was.
Well, I remember all the beautiful women and everything else. And you were sucked into that. How did you get out of that?
Sure. You know, life experiences. At 50 years old, I decided to make this documentary because it's never too late. It's never too late to find yourself. It's never too late to really dig deep down inside and see who you really are.
But they had to tell you when they were preparing this. I know Mark Wahlberg was on this.
Mark Wahlberg is actually the producer.
And someone told you, all right, champ, I'm going to have to show you warts and all. Like, if they do a documentary on me, Oscar, it's got to be all, like, wonderful stuff.
Of
Lies
course.
if need be. But you said, okay. And I don't want to give it away.
Yeah.
There's some stuff in here that people might think differently of you in the end.
No, you know what? What I feel, I thought that at 50 years old, I can finally set myself free by telling my truth. Because like I was saying, as a kid, I was conditioned to be the golden boy.
Right.
And the golden boy it's all glitz and glamour. He can do nothing wrong. And he's making all this money and all these women and this and that. But yet inside, it's not the lifestyle I want to live. Yet inside, I'm confused on why I'm doing this, who I'm doing it for. Neil, I had an abusive, household. With my mother and my father emotionally pushing me so hard and really having no connection. I mean, I literally just told my father that I love him 2 years ago.
Wow.
And I couldn't tell my mother because she passed away when I was 18. So you can imagine all the pain and all the suffering. But yet again, the fighting was my escape. Being inside the ring.
How were you so good at it? You've always been a very good guy. In fact, what I remember about you, Oscar, following your career closely and with great jealousy, is you were such a handsome guy, and more women would be drawn to your fights than you ever saw in boxing.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so unusual because you would look around Caesar's Palace and say, half of the women.
It was like a concert.
Right. It's the same with my shows. Not really. But how did you deal with that? Because no boxer had seen anything like that. Muhammad Ali comes to mind, but again, there was more controversy associated with that than with you. So tell us.
Yeah, a lot of people around me, a lot of, just managers and agents.
But you had to get to the point, I trust nobody.
Sure. There was a point where I trusted nobody. Yeah. And that's where so when I retired, I believe it was 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago. I'm not even sure when I retired.
16 years, right?
Yeah, 16 years.
That's incredible.
I retired, and so now what am I going to do? Now you lose your identity, right? And so now you cannot trust anybody.
Yeah.
And so what I figured out was, okay, I have to get back to my roots. I'm a fighter. What is it that's going to make me happy? And what makes me happy is wheeling and dealing, business.
Yeah.
I love promoting. I love looking for the next little diamond in the rough, whether he's from Texas or whether he's from Australia. I love searching for the next big star. And
but how do you decide that? I mean, you also love for a time in your career fishnet outfits.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of people wondered, and I wondered at the time, is he okay?
Yeah.
But it didn't hurt you. In fact, it drew more attention to you.
It was incredible.
What was that all about?
So when I retired, I lost myself. I got into a lot of alcohol and drugs, and I just literally lost myself. And the fact that I had a relationship with my mother that was so disconnected, she never told me she loved me. I would always go to these clubs here and pick up women and it wasn't necessarily because you want to be with them and you just want to talk and have a voice, some ears to listen to you. And I remember just crying and spilling everything to that stranger that I don't even know. Yeah. Just because I want somebody to listen to me.
But the most outrageous stuff you did and didn't get any bad reaction. Fans were drawn to you even after you gave up boxing.
I think it's because a lot of fans and people know exactly who I really am. They know that.
So settle this once and for all. Do you wear women's clothing now?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. No. That
Is there an adequate enough difference where you can't clock me right now?
Well, you're too far away.
Yeah, right.
No, but
I can run. Believe me, I can run.
What's crazy is like behind closed doors, everybody does whatever.
But I thought that was a marketing gimmick at the time.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. No,
right.
Those were real pictures. That was me.
Yeah.
The ironic part is the crazy part is that I don't remember it. I just do not remember it.
Was it drugs? Was it alcohol?
Yeah, it was everything. It was everything. Yeah,
but you look
that's
great
where
now.
I was.
You're taking care of yourself, obviously, right?
Life is beautiful.
Yeah.
Life is beautiful. I'm just glad and fortunate enough that I'm still here. That's how tough the life was. I mean, I remember, we're dealing with mental health and being depressed, and I must have been depressed 10 times over. I must have.
But I think when you would walk into an arena, everything would stop. And the attention and the glamour of that. I remember talking to George Foreman about this a while back when he re-won the title 20 years after first winning it as a 19-year-old. And one of the things that he had said was, you can't leave that. It always has a place to you, and there's nothing like it.
Right. There's nothing like it. That was my medicine.
Do you miss that?
That was my medicine. I do miss it every single day, stepping inside the ring, but I'm now okay with my own skin. I'm now okay with living the life that I have now. And that's, keeping busy. Yes, I have my family and my work, and I have good people around me.
Could I ask you this? When you get in the ring, you had one of the best face-offs. When both fighters are staring at each other.
Do you want to do one now?
No, because I'm going to start sweating. I'm sweating a lot now. And you could be intimidating even with a hint of a smile.
Yeah.
And that would rattle me as your opponent. I would say, why is he smiling?
The smile is like the confidence, and I'm telling myself, I am going to knock the living lights out of you.
I am going to put you into yesterday. While you were here, I'm very curious. There's talk of two billionaires having a cage match.
Sure.
Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg. What do you think of that? And who would you give the edge to?
I would give the edge to the richest guy.
Okay, that's Musk.
That's Musk.
Right.
He does have the size.
He does have the size, but Zuckerberg has the youth and
yes,
the training.
and he
right?
has the coordination. I think Musk is a little.
But you beat
awkward.
a lot of taller guys, Oscar.
I did.
You were
I
like
did.
the Mike Tyson of your divisions. I mean,
I did.
You punched up, but punched
Oh
powerfully.
yeah, I always punched up. So
that might give
it almost
Zuckerberg
can be
an
a
edge.
50-50 fight.
Oh really?
Yeah, I would think so.
You
And
think
I
it
heard-
happens? You think?
I really do think it's going to happen. Both guys are training. I believe George St. Pierre is training one of them, and there's Masvidal who's training Zuckerberg, I believe. So it's.
What do you think of the Ultimate Fighting? Wasn't so big when you were ruling the boxing world.
It wasn't. Yeah.
But it's kind of replaced boxing in a way, hasn't it? And wrestling, where it's morphed into all of them.
I think that the UFC has such a machine behind it,
Yeah.
a PR machine, and it's everywhere. But if you think about this, Neil, fighters now in the UFC are going over to boxing to make more money.
Is that right?
So the business of boxing will always be king. The business
we
of
had
boxing.
so many champions
of
in
course.
each division. At least
And
it
it's
was
so
clean,
confusing.
and the lineage for
Right.
you was clean. But now it's so many divisions.
It's too confusing. There's so many world champions.
Yeah.
But if you take a look at it, Mayweather, when he fought McGregor,
Right.
they fought in the ring and made record purses.
Yeah.
You take a look at now Tyson Fury, who's fighting Nago, I believe his name is. So they're fighting in the boxing ring for a reason, because they're going to make a lot of money.
Do you look at that? You made a fortune yourself and invested well, by the way. But do you ever say, my God, if I was born 10 years later, I could be in all of this stuff?
I would have been a billionaire by now.
All right?
Yeah.
I just thought you already were.
Close.
Yeah. I urge everybody, you got to watch this. Oscar De La Hoya, The Golden Boy, HBO Max, July 24th, 25th. You will be stunned.
Yeah, you will.
If you're like me, you'll come away from it. I haven't seen everything because I just the pieces that your people were able to provide. You're going to have a different view of this man who changed the boxing world, and always with a smile. So just look at that face, and you're the opponent, and you're thinking, it's creeping me out. He's smiling at me.
Why is
and
he
he's going to
smiling?
beat the crap out of me. A little more after this.